guys, welcome to my channel. It is Christian here. Thank you so much for joining me today. So today it is Friday. So that means that today we are doing a Foundation Friday. So Foundation Friday is where I test out a new foundation every single week here on my channel. And it's basically a first impression style. I wear the foundation throughout the day. And then at the end of the day, I come back and I let you know what I feel about the foundation. I usually wear it for a solid 8 to 10 hours depending on the foundation, depending on what time I start filming. Today I am testing out the Milk Makeup Skin Tint. I did see a few requests down in the comments to try this foundation out and let you know what I did in fact think of it. I've already lost the top to it. I have no idea where the top went. This is going to be more of a BB cream, CC cream tinted moisturizer type product. So it's not going to apply full coverage. It's going to be something that you're going to wear like if you want to go to the beach or if you want to go out to the swimming pool and you still want to have a little bit of something on your skin. It does provide SPF 30, which is really, really nice. This isn't a product that I would typically go for, but I heard some really good things about it. A couple of you recommended it to me and told me that you absolutely loved it. So I'm all for trying new products, especially when it comes to face products. So this is the guy we're going to be putting to the test. The foundation, of course, that I am wearing today. So before we get into the video, I just want to say if you are new to my channel, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. If you do not mind, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below. And if you are not new to my channel, welcome back. Thank you for continuing to join and support. If you want to see my opinion on this product and if you want to see it in action, then just go ahead and keep on watching. I had seen some requests for the Milk Makeup Skin Tint, so whenever I purchased this during one of my Sephora hauls, and I've seen a lot of requests for this, so we are going to be trying this out today. I purchased mine off of Sephora's website. There are 8 shades. It does retail for $42, and the shade range is from fair to deep. This also does come with an SPF of 30. And it says that it is a weightless, preservative-free liquid foundation that hydrates skin while providing buildable, natural-looking coverage and SPF 30. It says roll and blend your way to radiant, happy skin. With its ultra-fresh formula, this liquid foundation offers coverage that is weightless, natural-looking, radiant, and buildable. It says it's infused with a blend of avocado, mandarin, grapeseed, and olive oil. Skin Tint delivers ultimate nourishment and hydration that leaves the skin feeling fresh and light. And it does have a disclaimer at the bottom that said that this product is not recommended for those with sensitivity to citrus or coconut oils. It is vegan, cruelty-free, and free from preservatives. It does come with 0.07 fluid ounces, which is less than the normal amount of a foundation. And they actually recommend that you actually blend this in with your fingertips. I'm probably not going to do that. We're going to go ahead and give this a try. Of course, this is a skin tint, so it is not going to apply full coverage. Probably won't even get a medium coverage out of this. We'll see how we'll apply it. I am going to apply half with the brush and maybe I'll try the finger method, maybe. I did apply these 2 primers today. I did, of course, use the Tarte Clean Slate Timeless Primer, and I did go in with the Too Faced Hangover RX. Today we're going to be trying a new brush. This is the IT Cosmetics Heavenly Skin Brush, which I recently did haul. So this foundation actually is like a clicky pin. So you click it and then the product dispenses up. I do kind of like the packaging of this in the sense of you can always see how much product you're using. And I do think that that's kind of cool. So we're going to go ahead. I did a couple of clicks and then, ooh, that was actually a lot more product than I was expecting it to be. And I did pick mine up in the shade Light. I was hoping that it would at least even out my skin tone a little bit, you know, at least conceal a little bit of the redness. We'll see. Let's see if it can be built up at all. I know I'm not expecting full coverage. You know, I'm hoping to get at least a light medium. I'm using a lot of product. I usually don't put this much product on my face. I don't know, the applicator is kind of bringing me joy right now. Just kind of swirling it on my skin. I don't know why. It's a little weird, I know. Even if you had, you know, a lot of redness and a lot of skin issues the way I did, even if this product did build up nicely, you would still go through it too quickly. I'm not going to use the Beauty Blender with this at all. I don't need it to be any more sheared down than what it is already with the brush. This is something that I would use and mix a little bit of my Cover FX Custom Enhancer drops. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try a more brush that is a little bit more dense. I legit feel like I'm coloring on my face right now. Now let's see with a little bit of a denser brush if we get a little bit of a better color payoff. If you have oily skin, I feel like this would make you look really oily, because it has a lot of dewiness to it. It's not even the lightweight that's bothering me. I just feel like that is just going to get oily, so oily throughout the day. I actually am going to take a sponge after all, because I feel like it's not blending the best in certain areas. And I'm going to take the sponge to kind of help me blend some of this out. For me and my skin issues and needs, this even if this was just something that I wanted to do for easy makeup, it's almost to the point where it's just kind of pointless, because it didn't even really even out my skin tone. So for me, it would just be almost to the point where it would just make more sense for me just to not wear any makeup. I just feel like the more you apply, it just looks oilier on the skin. Now it says for best application, try with your fingers, which is just weird to me, but we're gonna go ahead and give it a shot. I'm gonna blend it in with my fingers. Again, I understand that it's the skin tint, and I understand that it's not supposed to give you a lot of coverage. It's supposed to just even out your skin tone. It's supposed to be quick and easy makeup, but for someone like me, I would just rather not apply foundation at all. I do think it neutralized the redness slightly, but not enough to even take the extra couple of minutes for me to even apply makeup. You know what I mean? Like, that's just kind of how I feel. And for $42, I just don't think, for me, the way it kind of, I just don't think it's worth it. Now, of course, if you're going to if it's water resistant or something like that, and you're going to the beach and you want to have, you know, a little something extra on the skin, then maybe. So I'm going to go ahead and, you know, just do a light coverage look today. I will, of course, do some spot concealing, or a lot of spot concealing. It doesn't feel like anything on the skin, because I mean, it doesn't really look like anything on the skin. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply some more makeup to my face. It's currently 10:15, and we're gonna see what kind of look I can get with this. Obviously, it's gonna be something really natural and really simple, but where I'm at right now, I just feel like it was an unnecessary step for someone with the amount of skin issues and the amount of skin concerns I have. Of course, if you have more normal skin, if you don't have the redness I have, if you don't have the acne that I have, this would work for you. You know what I mean? This would even out, you know, or if you have even a little bit of redness, this would even out your skin tone really nicely. But I mean, for someone, you know, with a little bit more to cover and a little bit more to hide, you know, I wanted to give it a try. It was recommended to me, and I was told that it was a pretty good, really nice product. And even in the comment section, a lot of people said that they really liked it. I just don't think it's going to be something good for me. So you guys, let me go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup off camera, and then I will be back with my first initial thoughts once everything has been applied onto my face. I will be back in just a little bit. Bye guys. Hey guys, I am back. It is currently 11:43. I can tell you guys right now, I don't like this product. I don't like the way it's sitting on this skin. I do think that I was able to build it up. I don't think that it is a product that is geared for someone with skin like mine. If you have a more, like I mentioned, normal skin, if you don't have a lot of redness to your skin or discoloration to your skin, this will work for you. But even as a skin tint, because even as like, you know, a skin tint, I wanted to at least even out my skin a little bit and provide me with a little bit of coverage. I just feel like this kind of didn't apply any coverage, and it really kind of just made my face look oily. And the more product I put on the skin, the more oily my face looked. I don't really think that it evened anything out. I don't really think it did a whole lot for me. If you have oily skin, I probably would not use this. If you had dry skin, normal skin, it would be okay. And if you had less discoloration, and if you had, you know, maybe a couple of mild breakouts, out, but overall this is a product I feel like you would have to have pretty decent skin to be able to use, because like I mentioned, with somebody with a little bit more skin issues, it's not even worth taking the effort of putting this on, because it didn't really do a lot of evening out. It did, I mean, it did a little bit, but you know, not enough for it to be something that I would want to reach for every day, and not enough to where I think it's actually worth spending your money on. I think it has the potential to be a good product depending on your skin type and your skin needs. I am going to wear it throughout the day anyway, just to see what we end up with. I'm going to go ahead and come a little bit closer so you can kind of see what we're working with. I usually don't apply a lot of concealer whenever I do Foundation Fridays, but I went in with a ton of concealer to kind of get things to like work for me. And I don't like the way it's kind of sitting in certain areas. I do think I was able to get it to work. I just don't really I don't really love it. The amount of effort that I put into having to make it work, I could have just gone in with more of a medium coverage foundation. Kind of what I ended up with today, you guys. We'll catch back up with you in a little bit and let you know if my feelings or my opinions towards this particular product have changed. I lost the lid for it. I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's just not my favorite look. And the amount of product that I applied a pretty decent amount of product. This would last me a couple of weeks. Even if by the end of the day I really do like it, I don't know that I would repurchase it because of how quickly I would go through the product. But you know, I just put it on the skin, so we will see how it goes. I will check back in with you in a little bit. Hey guys, welcome back. It is about 7:50, so I've definitely had this on for a full day. I want to start off by saying I'm so sorry that I did not do any check-ins throughout the day, but I really did not leave my house today, like at all. If you follow me on Snapchat, then you will know that I dropped a pan of extremely painfully hot substance from my oven to my foot. And the thought of walking literally brought tears to my eyes. So I couldn't even go into the grocery store to get like pain ointment, burn stuff. So this was really just a chill day at home. I filmed a couple of videos. I did a little bit of editing. I didn't really do much of anything else, unfortunately. So sorry this wasn't my normal up to standard foundation review, but I still wanted to come on camera and finish it out because first impressions can never be done again. So the fact that I applied this foundation today means I couldn't put it on tomorrow or in a week from now and give you guys my true honest first impressions. So we're here, we're finishing it up. Can I just tell ya? So from like a distance, it looks okay. Like it's one of those types of foundations that like plays you. You look in the mirror like from back here and you're like, you know what? It's not so bad. It's okay. You know, I prejudged it and then I get up close and I'm like, honey, no. Honey, no, 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 no. The fact that it is such a light coverage foundation and the fact that, yes, I'll be the first to admit I applied a lot. I went in pretty heavy handed, but I applied layers and layers and layers of more fuller coverage foundations that hold up better than this. The thing is, it just looks a little too oily on the skin and it breaks off a little, it breaks apart just a little too much. It just looks like, it just looks super separated. It looks really cracky. You know what? No, I'm not even gonna, the closer I look to my face, the more I'm like, I can't even give it a pass. Because right in this, on my chin, around my nose, in this area, in my smile lines, it looks horrible. Two things that I do not normally do during Foundation Friday: do spot concealing and go in with touch-ups. I have done a little bit of blotting throughout the day and I have applied a little bit of extra powder throughout the day, and I'm still extremely oily, and I am not somebody who by nature gets overly oily. Depending on the foundation, I will. There are a few foundations that'll make me look like an oil slick, and I think that this is kind of just one of them. When I come a little bit closer, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's separating weird and looks so dry around the nose, and then looks so cracky around the nose, and all of the redness on my chin has come through. I just think that it's not the best suited foundation for my skin tint for my type. I stand by what I said earlier. Originally, and I kind of regret not doing a check-in, because at first I was kind of like, you know what, it's not so bad. It's okay. At first I was thinking I judged it a little harshly. It actually, you know, with the 87 layers of concealer that I applied, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but I kind of thought it's not so bad. But now at the end of the day, after a full wear, and mind you, I have not left my house. I attempted to leave my house for like 10 minutes this, earlier in the day. And that was it. I immediately came home when I realized the thought of, walking into the grocery store with shoes on. So I didn't do anything strenuous. I sat in my house all day long, in my air conditioning house, and the foundation broke apart the way that it did. I can only imagine how it would have broken apart or looked at the end of the day if I had gone to work today, if I had run the normal errands and the normal heat that I normally do. But would I wear this with the intentions of keeping it on my face all day? Personally, no, I would not. And so I'm just not a fan. I know some of you guys really love it. When I come up a little bit closer, you'll see why I wasn't a huge fan of it. If you're into the super, super dewy look, you would probably really like this as well. I forgot to mention that because it gives you like, I don't know. Let me just show you. So hopefully the camera is picking it up how badly it's broken apart. Hopefully you guys can see all right in this region that it's just not looking the best on me. And even to the touch, and when I say that I've powdered, like even to the touch, you can just see the way it's lifting off of my skin. And I've powdered throughout the day and it's just not, it's breaking apart a little bit right in this area. To be completely honest, I'm really surprised by the way that this foundation, this skin tint, I don't want to call it a foundation because I know it's not technically a foundation. I'm really surprised by the way that it actually broke up with, the way that it's supposed to just be a more lighter, easy kind of situation. I wasn't expecting to have the breaking up and the falling apart the way that it did. I was just expecting it to be super dewy and super light coverage throughout the day, and I wasn't expecting a lot from it. So when I looked in the mirror after I did my initial reaction, I was kind of like, okay, I over exaggerated just a little bit. It wasn't that bad. And now I'm kind of like, no, you didn't. You didn't over exaggerate. You said how you felt and how you felt was real. This one is a pass for me. I'll play with it a little bit more. Maybe on a day where my skin is not so red, which is, I don't know, because my skin's always red. Maybe because I didn't feel like I was having an overly bad day. There are days when my skin is a lot more inflamed than it was today. Today I felt like it was kind of normal. And I had this kind of, I don't know. So I'm not a fan of it, unfortunately. I'm a fan of it for quick, easy makeup for short periods of time. It can work. But for anything over like 4 hours, maybe 5 hours, I don't like it. I'm not a fan. I'm sorry that I was a little bit negative in this video. I usually try to find, the positives in all of my Foundation Fridays. I do think that there are good things about this product, and I'm not trying to bash it and sound super negative because I always try to find good, in everything I test out. And I definitely see how this could be some people's favorites. And I probably will use it again for quick makeup if I'm at the pool with my nieces. It has the SPF 30, going for a walk in the park. I don't want to take a lot of time doing a lot to my face, but I want to even things out like a hair, kind of dull down the redness a little bit. This might be something I would reach for in that situation, but I would never reach for this with the intentions of actually doing my makeup, if that makes sense. Like if I'm gonna put on bronzer and highlighter and blush and do the whole brows and everything, I'm not gonna reach for this product. I think it'll probably be something good for winter time when my skin is a little bit drier. I do think it could come in handy then. And when it's not so hot and not so humid outside, I think it might work out then. I will use it up. It's not one of the ones, it's not something that I will return. I'll find a purpose for it. I'll try it with my Cover FX in custom enhancer drops. I won't give up yet. I always try things 3 to 4 times before I officially say, no, I'm done. So, but as of right now, first impressions, I don't like it. I think you guys get what I'm saying. So thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you back here on Monday. Bye guys.